This movie tells a story of a small-time wrestling company which accepts a well-paying gig in a backwoods town, only to learn that the community is run by a mysterious cult leader with devious plans for their match. Dark Match, directed by Lowell, ambitiously attempts to fuse the worlds of professional wrestling and horror into one cinematic experience. Unfortunately, this film stumbles out of the ring, failing to deliver on both fronts, resulting in a confusing and ultimately unsatisfying watch. The premise of this movie sounds ripe for a blend of terror and camp. However, the execution is where the film falls flat. The horror elements are tepid at best, lacking the suspense or creativity needed to make the audience feel any real threat or intrigue. The scares are predictable, the gore feels gratuitous without impact, and the atmosphere is more reminiscent of a poorly lit indie production than a chilling horror flick. On the wrestling side, this movie doesn't fare much better. While it's clear that director Lowell has a love for the sport, this passion doesn't translate into engaging or well-choreographed wrestling scenes. The matches come across as amateurish, with choreography that fails to capture the excitement and athleticism of professional wrestling. The film's attempt at using wrestling terminology and culture feels forced, serving more as a distraction than an enhancement to the story. Character development is another area where this movie significantly underperforms. The ensemble cast, including Ayisha Issa, Stephen Ogg, and Chris Jericho, are given little to work with, beyond their archetypal roles. Misbehave and Mean Jolene should be the heart of the story, but their backstories and motivations are skimmed over, making it hard for viewers to connect with them. Jericho's portrayal of the antagonist Prophet is not compelling enough to elevate the narrative, coming off more as a caricature than a genuinely menacing figure. The screenplay is riddled with cliches and lacks the depth or wit to make the story stand out. The dialogue often veers into the territory of unintentional comedy, stripping away any tension the film might have built. Moreover, the pacing is erratic, with long stretches of nothing happening followed by rushed and chaotic sequences that do little to advance the plot or character arcs. Visually, the movie tries to evoke an 80s grindhouse aesthetic, but ends up with a garish and poorly executed style that doesn't complement the story. The cinematography and special effects seem more suited to a low-budget indie than a feature film with a potentially cult following. Overall, this movie is a missed opportunity that neither scares nor entertains. It's a film that promises much but delivers little, leaving audiences with a muddled mix of wrestling and horror that doesn't excel in either genre. With lackluster performances, a script devoid of substance, and a visual presentation that fails to engage, Dark Match should have stayed in the dark. It's not worth to spend time to watch this. We do not recommend this movie at all.